let's talk about the fact that John Elway went on the Denver Broncos website a couple of days ago and said he intends to sign Demaryius Thomas to a long-term deal, and he will very soon start that conversation with DT's agent. And he wants to get him signed before training camp, before June, actually. Is this a smart thing for the Broncos to do? Is this a good thing for the Broncos to do? Does Demaryius Thomas deserve to be paid as one of the top 3 or 4 wide receivers in the league? What are your feelings about this?
Well, sure, yeah. Demaryius Thomas is going to be a receiver in this man's league for another 10 years. Get him wrapped up for 5 or 6 years. He's got speed. He's got good hands, even though he drops balls, sort of like Brandon Marshall did when he's here. But he makes a lot of great catches, and he's your speed length receiver. He is a good guy. I just noticed he's doing a camp this summer. You know that they don't make any money off the camp. He's doing it for young people in Colorado. He's adapted to Colorado. He is a guy who grew up in Georgia. Both his mother and his grandmother went to prison for drug charges, and I think his grandmother just got out not long ago. Yeah, he had a tough childhood. And he went to Georgia Tech, where he had a tough time at Georgia Tech.
Well, they didn't throw to him a lot.
They didn't throw the football. And Josh McDaniels, you were laughing about it. Josh McDaniels discovered him. Now, you can say whatever you want to about Tim Tebow, but he made the decision that weekend to draft Tim Tebow. And people kind of forget. Everybody thinks about Tim Tebow being drafted in the first round. Demaryius Thomas was drafted before Dez Bryant. Now, that was a tough call when Dez Bryant was the popular choice for everybody. But wouldn't you agree that the two of them have had almost side-by-side similar careers?
They've both been great.
Yeah. So I'm all for it from that reason. But let me give you the other side. If you sign him to the long-term deal, then you spend less money, which frees up some money to sign 2 or 3 more free agents before camp starts. So
also, look, it's smart in the short term, because if they want to win, he'll help them win. He's been arguably the best or second best receiver in this league the last 3 years in total. And it's important in the long term, because Brock Osweiler, if he is to assume Peyton's position as the starting quarterback starting next year or the year after, he's been throwing to Demaryius Thomas for the last 3 years in practice. They have a chemistry. It's developed over the last 3 years.
Really?
And he could be a nice security blanket for
I didn't know that.
For Brock Osweiler.